All right, guys, welcome back. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. And yeah, I'm doing a video today talking about, well, have you seen the prices? Have you seen the prices of Magic the Gathering cards? Yeah, it's pretty absolutely nuts. I know. It hasn't changed. Prices are still expensive, but some of you guys are like, Dan, this stuff is, there's a problem right now. The prices are actually going down a little bit. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Well, if you've been looking at the actual prices from, I guess, 3 months ago or something like that, 2 months ago, yeah, steadily the prices have been going down on specific items, which is actually very, very, very healthy for a marketplace. But there is some panic stuff, so I want to do a video so we can address kind of some of what I'm doing, what I think is going to happen for 2021. So let's go into it. So, the most important thing I would say about 2021 is that cryptocurrency has taken over the marketplace like crazy. It has not stopped. I myself have started accepting Bitcoin, which I never thought the day I would do it. And like I promised I would do, I do accept Bitcoin. And in fact, if you have you want to buy some cards of Bitcoin, we can negotiate that. Now, understand, I have noticed something about Bitcoin. I have noticed that there are these massive fluctuations in Bitcoins in some cases, and depending on where the market is, I have to decide, okay, as a seller, do I really want to have the Bitcoin now, or do I want to wait until maybe it could go down just because of the current position of it? I think right now it's at like 58,000 or 59,000, which is close to the all-time high of like 64,000, 65,000. And it's floundered as low as like 48,000 back to 59,000. It's absolutely nuts. So for those of you who are wanting to accept Bitcoin, I probably will do a video later on, but my impression of it is it's not like when you give like cash, check, whatever. Let's say we make a deal for $100,000 or $10,000, whatever. And that deal is a solid price, and that is the money I'm getting in US dollars. The problem is when you get it in Bitcoin, the moment you get it, there's like a slight delay. The Bitcoin actually might go up or down at that moment. And it's crazy. Like, it actually goes like down by, when you deal with larger sums of money, it goes down, several $100s, let's say. If it's like 10,000 something plus dollars, it can go down very quickly. So it's not one-to-one, and it's not to me, it's not a currency. It's kind of like an asset you have because you have other assets and you're just diversifying into them. I totally warn against people going all in on it. I know a lot of people have, and I know people have successfully gone all in and made millions of dollars, millions. I don't know any billionaires in it, but millions of dollars. And so I'm happy for them. They probably got into like at low levels, $300,000 a coin, maybe even like $100 a coin. But to be honest, I never got into it like that. I didn't even know about it until when you guys pretty much knew into it when it was bigger, right, in general. So I got to say that I've been starting to do that. Now, I think there's a lot of coins out there now that are just, I have no idea. Everybody's making up a coin. Vegas Dave is having a coin. It's all speculation. And I was talking to some friends about this, and that coins, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, all that, it really has no, first off, you can't touch it and feel it, right? You don't live there. You don't experience it. There's no spa appointment. There's no service. All it is in there that you're just kind of, in your account. And people think like, oh, you can buy stuff with it at the grocery store and all that, but you can't. You can't do it yet. And I do believe, that's why I'm accepting it, because of the fact I do believe that it will become more mainstream as time goes on. Case in point example, there are Fortune 500 companies, if not larger companies, who are basically accepting Bitcoin. I think Microsoft accepts it, Tesla accepts it, larger companies accept it for certain transactions. Also, there's a Visa credit card. Visa now accepts it on their crypto credit card. So that, you could use your credit card off your Bitcoin, which is absolutely a start to the right direction. It's not. I don't see anything negative about the current news in terms of like regulation or stuff that can really change it. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, its market cap is so ridiculous right now, and it's going to keep growing. So in general, especially the crypto space. All right, so enough about Bitcoin. That's obviously pushing towards Magic investing, and here's why. What happens is when people are investing in Magic the Gathering and who have Bitcoin or other, Ethereum, whatever. I think the only crypto I'll probably be dealing with is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Those are the two I'm gonna stick with. No Dogecoin for me. No, or I call it Doggy Coin. Elon Musk calls it Dogecoin. Whatever. Everybody else probably calls it like that. But we'll call it whatever you want. I don't accept that. People have made a lot of money off it, and it's in their accounts as just digital currency, digital money. And you need to put that money into work for something else. Because why would they do that? Well, to take gains. Just like any other investment, you want to make sure you take gains into, other commodities and real life stuff that you like. In this case, Magic the Gathering cards, vintage cards, are becoming this has been going on for a while. So this is not like new news to anybody. But I've noticed a pattern where if investors have made a lot of money into cryptocurrency, and let's say you've made 10x, 20x, 30x, I don't know, some ridiculous number, even 5x, you're making so much more money than the cash that you put in. Why not diversify into something that you really love and enjoy? And the reversal can happen, meaning people have sold their collections, large collections to me, and they've wanted cryptocurrency, and I've brokered deals involved in that. So it's just the way it is. People want cryptocurrency. People are buying it into cryptocurrency. You have clients who want it to buy it in cryptocurrency. It's just a thing. So if you don't, change and evolve your business, you're not going to be able to, you'll be missing out on a lot of profits and opportunities. Let's just put it that way. All right. So I think the trend for 2021 will continue to go. I think a lot of people say that cryptocurrency, Bitcoin in this case, is going to go to $100,000 by the end of the year. I don't see it not happening like that. I mean, it could easily. If the next tomorrow happened and it's $100,000, I'd be like, oh well, I'm glad I bought some, and that's what I thought anyway. So it's kind of like it really is one of those things where it's most likely going to happen rather than not likely to happen. And so if that's the case, I'd rather have some exposure to it rather than not do anything about it. Now, in regards to Magic cards, old Magic cards, is it better? The question is it better to buy the old Magic cards versus the cryptocurrency? I get asked this question quite a bit. I think the answer to that question is I wouldn't have overexposure on either, if that makes sense. It's nice to have some of it especially if you have older alpha, high quality stuff, could be ungraded, maybe nice betas, some sealed boxes, stuff like that. Notice I didn't say the word flesh and blood, which I'll do a video, and I'll kind of hint on another video I'll talk about here later this week. But I didn't say flesh and blood. I'm talking about Magic the Gathering, older stuff. I didn't say Arabian Nights, and I didn't say Legends, and I'll tell you why here in a second. So if you put it into those alpha, beta, A, B, and not even U, unlimited, not even the unlimited side, I would say that it's a stronger investment long term. I've been saying this forever. First edition cards of any kind, Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, has gone absolutely nuts and will continue to grow in time. Everybody who buys into Magic will always want alpha cards. This is the way it is. First edition. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a new player, old player, whatever player. Pass it down in your family. The alpha cards are going to be in demand in many ways. Power 9, dual lands have always been, they've actually skyrocketed in some ways. I don't want to say skyrocketed, but eked up in price. And it doesn't matter if it's played or nice quality, they've gone up. Now, it's kind of hard to determine, like, I don't want to be, like, I put like this, like, in my videos, in my description, I put like this little caption that says on the very bottom that I am not responsible. I'm not a financial advisor. So if you want to get financial advice, go to a financial advisor. But they're not going to know anything about Magic cards. But I am telling you from my investing experience and actual investing that I'm still buying alpha cards, beta cards, even the Arabian cards, but mostly alpha cards heavily. I I just don't have any interest in any of the unlimited cards right now. I've been asked, Dan, what do you think about unlimited? I got unlimited Gauntlet of Might. I got unlimited, you know, Chaos Orb, whatever. You know, look, I mean, there is opportunity in them, I guess. You know, like, you know, I don't want to say that you can't buy it and make money off it, especially at the price point. Anything you buy at a good price point, there's always opportunity to make money. Does that make sense? If someone told me, hey, I got GMTG for $500, I'm going to buy it. I don't even care. I don't even care what it is. But if I say, hey, I got GMTG that's played for $3,000, I'm not going to buy it. But if I had a played, I don't know, Neville's Disc Alpha, and I wanted, you know, $3,000 for that, that's a little high for a played one. But you know, if I want to add more positions in Alpha, why not keep adding more positions, right? If there was other attractive parts of the deal. So don't just, yeah, you can't look at it like that. You know, you got to look at, you know, always look at the price point, you know, your ad, your budget, all that kind of stuff. I talk about that in all my other videos. Make sure you're working at the right level of table, casino table, right? You're at a casino table. What's the buy-in here? Are you playing at the high roller table? Are you playing at the $5 table? Don't overextend on just one item and think, hey, it's going to go like the doggy coin thing. You know, it's going to go like 30,000x in whatever time frame it has. That's insane, right? So, as far as Flesh and Blood, I've been asked this. I'm going to do a video on it later on. You know, pretty much where I'm at with it is, I believe that it's here to stay for more of an investing standpoint, a trading standpoint. Here's a concern that I will highlight in the video later on. If you notice, a lot of people out there, it reminds me of like almost like a multi-level marketing thing. I'm not saying like a scheme like illegal, but it's like a multi-level marketing thing. People like, it's kind of like cryptocurrency. If you were into it early and you had the foresight to invest in it, you're going to be hawking the product out and, you know, selling the stuff and, you know, hold on to some, you know, a lot. And you're just basically going to make a lot of money. The people that are buying at these levels, I mean, some of this stuff, I heard that first edition, whatever the first edition is for Flesh and Blood, is 4 boxes for $30,000 a case. That's a case. Jesus Christ. I don't even think the boxes were I think the boxes were maybe $100 a box when it first came out. So that's $400 investment to $30,000 in, I don't know, what, a few years period of time. And what scares me about that, and also scares me about Flesh and Blood, is that the game is not established yet. It has yet to become this amazing game that everybody loves, right? Like Magic the Gathering or, you know, other games. It skyrocketed to a point where gamers can't even really afford to buy the box, the packs and stuff to play the game. And thus, it becomes more of just a collectible or something unique and, you know, rare and, you know, a lot of speculation rarity, actually, to be honest, because there's no use for it from a tournament standpoint. There's no use for it from a competitive standpoint, you know, casual standpoint. I mean, who am I playing with? The guy who plays Flesh and Blood, and a lot of people tell me that people don't even play Flesh and Blood. So the lack of player growth and player, you know, whatever, and the high prices will actually make the players not be interested. I mean, look at Magic. You know, when the prices go too high, no one's going to want to make the decks. Why in the world would I want to spend that kind of money on Flesh and Blood? So what is it? You know, for the high rollers, for the higher wealthy people want to make decks and just have this game that's more expensive to play? Like it reminds me like a Neo Geo, right? Back in the video game world, Neo Geos were the expensive video games, much, much higher than like all the Nintendo stuff like that. It reminds me of like that, and it didn't sell very well, but then it became a highly collectible thing, kind of like the system that didn't really explode in popularity, but there is rarity in it. I mean, so I'm not saying it's not going to be there in terms of value, but I wouldn't put money into it at these levels at all because there isn't really an established market for it, in my opinion, yet. From a larger perspective. Also, the second thing that's really troubling about Flesh and Blood is all the cards that are open. All the cards that are open are gradable to get 9.5 or BGS 10 in some way. I'm not saying they're all going to get BGS 10, but 9.5 is pretty much a guarantee. I don't see any issues with when they open these packs. They're just like black border, which is nice. But the way they've you know, created them, I think they're from Carta Monday. They're in Belgium. They're just really clean. I mean, think about this. Alpha cards, beta cards, unlimited, whatever. You can think of so many cards that were like really hard to find centered, really hard, to find. They're condition sensitive. Those cards have been destroyed in all the other sets because, it was Magic the Gathering, right? It was the older times. Well, Flesh and Blood, what the hell is this, right? They're all nice quality. So what you're investing is really, I'm also print run. I don't even know the print run. So look, I'm not going to get into it, the whole detail, but that's my summary on it for this video. I will discuss more about it. Honestly, and I'm not saying this because I don't believe it. I'm not saying that because I have no exposure to it. I will say to you that from what I see, I wouldn't put money into work for it. I would see how the market goes before we even consider anything. All right. Now, lastly, I want to talk about kind of like, what are some things that I would consider happening for 2021 that could change what we're doing now. So right now, I'm still buying at, the prices are really expensive. But I see opportunities at the Power 9 level. I see people wanting to, invest in cryptocurrency, stuff like that. You're going to find stragglers here and there, people that are interested. And look at your network. I consider that I always say this, that the part of selling and buying cards is always building a relationship. That's how I've made my wealth. It's not about, like some guy just comes to me all the time because I'm Daniel Chang, No, it's relationships because I actually spent that time where they remember to give me a call. Case in point, there was a collection that came to me and I talked to them years ago. And they remembered me. They kept my information when they were ready to sell. And they basically made a deal and they contacted me again and we made a really, really large 6-figure deal. And the thing is, if I didn't build that relationship and if I didn't keep following up or communicate and talk on the phone, I always say, talk on the phone. It's very effective. Just pick up the phone. It's the little phone button. And spend that time to get to know that person. It goes a long way than just having some kind of buy list. I think buy lists in general are obsolete, and they're absolutely obsolete. I think anybody that shows me a buy list right now from any company, it's absolutely shenanigans because the prices change all the time. You're going to get people who basically, will manipulate, spikes and stuff. You'll sell you cards. It's really just a big, game. So, my new website that's going to be coming out, hopefully, I don't know, I don't think this year, but next year, I'm going to eliminate buy lists in the sense that I'm just going to be like, I'm going to look at the current market price. And I have no interest of, putting a displayed price, a buy price, when clearly the market changes so fast. All right, so 2021, I would think that the trigger that really is concerning to me from a downside perspective is the economy itself as a worldwide. The corona situation, people are getting vaccinated. I've had one shot so far. I got to get my second shot here soon. And people are getting vaccinated. There are people traveling. I think Europe travel is going to hopefully get back by the end of the year, maybe even summertime. But summertime's big. I got to say, summertime is one of those things that if it doesn't happen, a lot of industries are going to suffer and it's really going to hurt. So I think countries are going to have to open up in the summertime. Otherwise, it's basically like a wasted year. Another year of corona taking over our lives from a lot of industries. So if that happens, I can see the stock market, the GDP growth declining, the recovery, whatever you want to call it. And I can see, not only the stock market declining, but there might be sell-off on cryptocurrency too. Now, people have asked, well, cryptocurrency has nothing to do with the market itself. Yes, it does. Because the thing is, people are usually exposed to crypto and also they have a job, they have other stocks, mutual funds, housing, stuff like that. And, people say, well, there might be a housing bubble, right? That's all interrelated, right? That's absolutely related because if you're someone that has crypto, you have a house, you have a job, all that stuff, and then the economy itself is suffering because the recovery is not there. Then you may experience a downturn and thus you might lose your job. There might be a trigger for housing prices to collapse in some way, and there might be somewhat of a bubble. But, to be honest with you, that's why I always put positions into cash and to, always have money on the sidelines. Don't cash out and buy into everything at once. Don't buy Flesh and Blood all the way. Don't buy crypto all the way. Don't buy Magic all the way. Always pay your debt off first. Get your personal finances in check always first. All right, so I hope you guys are doing well. I will actually, a quick announcement. I am planning to go to Gen Con 2021 in September 16th to 19th. I'll be working on the details. I will let you know some exciting stuff, really exciting stuff I can't tell you about. Hope you guys are staying safe, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care. Hey everyone, it's Daniel Chang with VintageMagic.com. In this video, I want to run through our consultation service on VintageMagic.com. So what's really exciting to me about the consultation process is meeting you. I've met so many incredible people in the Magic the Gathering industry all over the world, and this consultation process is the key part to a successful working relationship. Getting hold of me is very simple. You could call or email me. We'll talk more about your needs. From all that information I gather in our call, typically about an hour long, I'm going to determine the best solution for you. So because we have such a suite of services that we offer, I'm going to sit down with a follow-up call, and then we're going to go off and determine what the best path is. I have experience in handling conversations in regards to large collections of artwork, sets of cards, either if it's graded or ungraded, raw cards. I also have dealt with collections with lots of misprints and oddities. Altered cards, sketch cards, and artist proofs are also one of my specialties. My experience in Magic Gathering has gone to any level of collecting you may have. I look forward to working with you.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit VintageMagic.com.